This is just... the second game of the group stage. Here we go. But already, this is a must-win, we think, for both teams.
Yeah, you only get 4 of these group games. Each of these teams already 0-1, so if you get a second loss, the odds of you advancing are basically nil.
And now the Golden State Warriors starters. We've got Draymond Green. Stephen Curry's out there with Butler. And there's Porzingis, and it's Carter in at the 3 spot. And so it's Carter who brings the ball up for the Warriors. Victory eluded them last time in San Antonio when they took on the Spurs.
And it's going to come down to effort tonight. Last time they met each other, they were demolished on the boards, and that rebounding difference led to a sizable loss.
Well, I don't think you can look at these matchups and think it can be just one guy. I would have everybody on the glass to help out.
Here's Wembanyama. He had 25 points in the win against Golden State.
And when Wembanyama is connecting from deep, he is downright unguardable. This is how special a talent he is.
Now here's Curry. He's coming off a 16-point game against the Spurs in San Antonio.
And he promoted team chemistry. That's how you do it, by moving the ball.
Here's Fox after the Warriors pick up 3. Outside for Wembanyama. Lee outside. 6 on the shot clock. Over Carter. Good work defensively by Carter. Golden State's drawn 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Green passes to Butler. Now Porzingis. Rebounded by Victor Wembanyama. It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie LaForge.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Mitch Johnson. We discussed their matchup against Stephen Curry, and Coach told me we have to be active. We have to be intense. We need to deny him the ball and smother him when he does have it. We have to take away his breathing room. Well, we know what happens when you give Curry room to operate, guys. Kevin?
Thank you, Allie. And here are the Warriors now, following the bucket by the Spurs. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Spurs will take it.
Here to look at some numbers for Kristaps Porzingis. He's putting up about 12 points a game, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists. And very few players in the league can go out and produce like he has. Just a great stretch for him.
Well, he is consistently stringing great performances together, and when he gets bookings, just keep giving him the ball.
Now, here's Fox. We saw him with 19 points his last outing.
Oh, great decision there. Get it to Wembanyama and let Victor finish as the roller.
You can be sure, GA, that as the Spurs build this team, there will be no shortcuts.
Well, they're surely eyeing that group 8 hours north in OKC. Another core that's not going anywhere. If the Spurs want to contend, the standard's been set.
Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. Back from outside. Pass to Castle. From outside, off the mark. The Warriors trail. Here's Butler. And that one, no good to start him off on the night. Now here's Lee, defended by Carter. Outside for Wembanyama. Pass to Butler. Now Curry. Green with a screen for Curry. Now Carter. Over Lee. And it's Carter missing. Here's Lee. Back to Fox. From past the arc. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
And at the arc, Fox has only gotten bolder. He takes threes without even thinking about it. They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Now here's Porzingis. Hasn't made one yet. Pass to Curry. And they come right back with their own three-point.
Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitiveness.
And when you give up a three, there's always this instinct to try and get it back immediately.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And the speed of the Aaron Fox. Wow. He gets up the court in a hurry.
And you combine his waterbug quickness with the towering size of Wembanyama. It's a 1-2 punch that promises to confound opponents
2 shots
for years to come.
No good on the free throw. What a key game tonight in the Cup. The second of 4 group stage games. Tonight, in a word, is huge.
Well, as you mentioned, Kevin, there are just 4 group games. So after tonight's game, both teams will have a much better idea of where they stand and what chances they have to advance.
Warriors trail by 3. Outside, Green. To Porzingis, deflects the pass. A drive by Lee, and Lee with the stuff.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
All it takes is a half second of carelessness, and someone will be rocking the rim going the other way.
Here's Curry following the bucket by the Spurs. Hunter inside the three-point line, and Lee pulls it down.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Wembanyama, a screen. The wide open look here for Fox. Yes, to Castle. His 3-pointers off the mark. Warriors trail by 5. Here's Curry. Good, and it's Curry picking up the assist. Curry's got 5 points so far.
And Curry can beat you in every way. Inside, outside, it doesn't matter.
Wembanyama sets a screen for Fox. Throws it down. If the official calls the foul, it may be a 3-point play. It's on Porzingis.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
Rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish. In a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Spurs.
And right from the jump, they've been working hard to establish themselves inside, using agility and power to get shots in the paint.
And then there's the points off turnovers. They've really made the other team pay when they've lacked ball security.
Now, here's Butler. Boy, he just disappeared against San Antonio, and they really needed him. Porzingis kicks to Curry. And there's the foul. It'll go on Lee. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Butler against Lee. A 3-ball.
In building this lead, they've done a terrific job finishing the defensive sequences with the backboard. That has been key.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Green. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Fox looking it over. 5 to shoot. Shot on the wing. The Warriors pull it in.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Green with a screen on Castle. On its way from Curry for 2. And he wills that one in. Sinking right through off the back iron.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
Well, you just have to communicate those switches. If you don't, it's on you.
Butler. He with the block. Butler against Fox. Porzingis with the steal. And they double up Butler. Carter on the wing. Wow, drew the contact, and that 3 almost went in, so he'll go to the line for 3 free throws.
Yeah, you hate to give up a foul on a 3-point attempt.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now. And he hits the first of 3. Tim, some forget, prior to the success of Stephen Curry, the Warriors were not considered a top-tier franchise.
Well, before he arrived in 2009, this was one of the lowest all-time winning percentages, but they have built a dynasty, and they are now considered one of the most valuable franchises in all of sports.
Good on the second free throw. The third. You look at San Antonio. They're hoping to bounce back tonight after losing their first game of the NBA Cup.
Well, there is no margin for error. To have any chance to advance, you have to win this one. An 0-2 record means you are done in the Cup.
And then the situation for Golden State. After losing the first game of this group play, you get the sense this team knows what they're up against.
Oh, no question. The message in the locker room is going to be relatively simple. Leave everything you have out there on the floor.
So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Luke Cornett, he's checked in for Victor Wembanyama. Vassell comes in for Lee. Johnson, he's checked in for Castle. And it's Harper in for De'Aaron Fox. Now, here's Moody. 17 points for him last game against the Spurs in San Antonio. Golden State needs to get off a shot. And again, no good by Golden State.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
2 points, that one goes.
And that solid foundation of Keldon Johnson going to work as he fought for position there.
Now, here's Moody. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. And it goes down 2 points.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Vassell with it, defended by Moody. Here's Cornett. Lee controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Spurs lead by 3.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce, and she's got a story for us. An update. Allie?
Thank you, guys. The Spurs last season acquiring De'Aaron Fox. He said what this team struggled with are the things that I bring. Self-creation, being able to touch the paint, getting into the teeth of the defense and collapsing it. And regardless of how well I'm playing in a game, I still command attention. My guys never deceive me. Over to you.
Okay, Allie, we thank you.
He has come out with a scorer's mentality. 4 of 5 to start. Let's see if he can keep it up.
Horford sets a screen for Curry. The 3. And Lee pulls it down. San Antonio leading by 3. Pass to Vassell. And shot on the way. And Horford pulls it down.
Well, he got the shot he loves, and the defense should honestly be relieved. He didn't punish them for being a little bit soft there in the mid-range.
Here's Podziemski. 11 points for him in that last game against San Antonio. In the corner, Moody with it. Some nice passing by Golden State. And there's Stephen Curry on the assist by Horford. Curry's got it all tied up now for the Warriors.
How about 5 of 6 to start? Looks like he brought his A game.
And the shot is good from Johnson. Johnson's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high-percentage looks from inside.
And so Steve Kerr decides to call a timeout. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. Here now, the league's highest scoring teams the past 10 games. What a stretch it has been for these guys. Number 1, the Spurs.
Yeah, what an impressive run for this club. Everybody seems to be in a rhythm in terms of scoring, and they are putting up some big numbers.
Harper against Curry. To the paint. He's looking for Horford and finds him. Pass to Moody. Now here's Curry. Shoots over Harper. And no good. Trying to use the glass.
And on the glass so far, it hadn't even been close.
Down low. Here's Durant. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Oh, fellas, that was vicious two-hand monster slam.
Guys, I don't think there was anyone who could have stopped him on that one. Now here's Curry. 13 points in the game. Right side, Porzingis. Out to the right wing. And again, it's the Warriors missing. San Antonio leading by 4. It's Vassell on the wing. Defended by Moody. Gets it from three-point range. 12 points for Speedy.
Well, he has been pretty much unstoppable this quarter, and his team is thriving as a result.
Outside Curry. Here's Horford. And that time, also a missed shot.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
And so it's the San Antonio Spurs heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. We've got more in store for you right after this. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far, halfway through the first half in this one. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Spurs?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
And that's where their advantage is. Throw the ball inside, make it difficult for the defense to make some decisions.
So with Curry sitting on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. Podziemski out there with Curry. And it's Green. Then there's Carter. And it's Horford in at the 5, roaming the bench. And so here is Golden State following the three-pointer by San Antonio. Carter with the 3. That will not drop. Still looking for his groove. He's 1 of 6 so far from the floor.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
And stolen by Horford. Green passes to Horford. Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. Podziemski, Horford, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And this NBA Cup parade, it's patterned after the WNBA Commissioner's Cup, which we all enjoy, and that started back in 2021.
Well, the W had loads of success with the Cup format. The basketball world took notice, and I think that is a major reason why the NBA started their version in 2023.
Free throw drop for Al Horford. So Horford gets 2.
And having a big man like him who's efficient from the line used to be a luxury, but it's becoming more and more common.
Harper gets to Luke. A three-pointer off the mark.
And if they know what's good for them, that's the way they'll defend against him every time he takes the ball on the three-point line. And let's take a look at some numbers for Carter. He's around 31 points per game, 8 rebounds, and over 2.5 blocks. And he really anchors them defensively with that tenacious play on that side of the ball.
Yeah, it's all about great energy, and he brings that part to the game. His teammates feed off of that.
Once again off the mark by San Antonio. And so Curry will bring it up for Golden State. 3-point game. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with San Antonio.
Yeah, and the second chance points, guys, mean a lot over the course of a game, and they just had so few opportunities. I think that was their Achilles heel.
Well, after getting hammered on the boards in that one, you'd expect them to make some adjustments. Let's see what they've got.
Now, here's Green with the block, and that's out of bounds. Golden State will retain possession. And that kind of stifling effort on defense needs another look.
And big defensive plays like that will help them stay in control of this one.
Here's Carter. Gets it to go from 18 feet away. Carter's got 8 points. Spurs leading by 6. One of the best defenders of his generation. Tim, do you think Draymond Green will be a surefire Hall of Famer?
Well, he's a former Defensive Player of the Year, and not to mention a key contributor on 4 Warriors championship teams. Kevin, he will be in the Hall of Fame, no question.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Yeah, just going back and forth, it is really competitive out there.
Now, here's Vassell. 6 points for him. Outside, Green over Lee. And it's Green missing.
And that was almost a block. Still did enough to alter the shot.
He didn't quite get a hand on it, but he did enough to affect the miss.
To the wing on the left. The shot by Carter. Nobody around. The shot's good on the assist by Horford.
Well, that's 1 in the first, and now here's his second in this quarter. The defense might want to run him off that line.
And so Mitch Johnson decides to call timeout. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guys.
in free throw percentage, and he's an elite glass eater, a factor inside among the top 10 in rebounds per game.
And it's nice when you have the NBA's best free throw shooter just keep the ball in his hands in clutch situations. He's been completely automatic this season. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Johnson finds Lee. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. To the inside. Lock at 6. That one goes in.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Warriors trail by 7. Pass to Carter. Puts up a deep three. And the Warriors another 3.
Their third three-pointer in a row.
For San Antonio, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field in this second quarter so far. And here is Vassell. The shot's good on the assist by Johnson. Vassell's got his third bucket of the night.
And now Vassell knocking down a 3 of his own.
Podziemski with it. Carter, the pass to Horford. Knocks it off the glass. Pass to Cornette. Warriors lead. He's defended by Podziemski.
That's a defensive breakdown. You can't let him get that deep.
Well, that is just point-blank range. They're going to convert that almost every time.
Carter outside. And a miss there on the triple. Spurs leading by 9. Vassell, the pass to Cornet. And the shot is good. Cornet's got 6 points.
And since he entered the league, Vassell's playmaking has really come a long way. He is a solid creator.
Here's Podziemski. Carter outside. And again, it's the Warriors missing. Johnson kicks to Vassell. And it's off from three-point range. Warriors trail by 11. Pass to Curry. Back to Carter. Will it go? Bangs home the trifecta. Carter's got 20.
Timeout.
12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
And so Mitch Johnson decides to call timeout. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. He's checked in for Luke Cornet. Lee comes in for Devin Vassell. Castle's checked in for Keldon Johnson. And it's Fox in for Harper. And here's Fox. He'll bring it up for the Spurs. They've led by as many as 11 points. They come in fresh off a win against the Warriors.
They really snuffed that one out. Didn't execute all that well. Fortunate to walk away with the W.
Well, it's a good sign for a team to win when they're not at their best. That shows great resolve.
And so Steve Kerr decides to call a timeout. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. He's checked in for Horford. Moody comes in for Draymond Green. Jimmy Butler, he's checked in for Brandon Podziemski. And Curry subbed in for Seth Curry. Here's Curry. He's got 13. Pass to Butler. Back to Curry. Inside. Golden State moving the ball around. And it's Carter missing.
And all the credit goes to the defender. very hard to contest threes without fouling.
Well, they're passing to Carter. Moody, the bounce pass. Curry looking around. Bullseye! Curry with a deep three.
Out of their last 5 makes, how about all 5 from long range?
Butler against Fox. Wembanyama, a screen on Butler. Porzingis with the steal. Pass to Moody. Carter outside. Curry against Castle. To the middle. Here's Porzingis. And they will get the basket here, folks, as they rule goaltending.
That's a very close call. I'm sure he thinks it's a clean block, but looks like it was on the way down.
Spurs leading by 5. Outside, Fox. Here's Wembanyama. Great pass to set up the lane. 10 points for Victor Wembanyama.
And standing easily over 7 feet. When he gets that ball near the hoop, literally nothing a defender can do.
Back to Curry. Porzingis with a screen on Castle. Curry kicks to Porzingis. That doesn't go either for Porzingis. San Antonio's gone for the 3-pointer 7 times here in the second and been successful 3 times. And it's sent back by Carter. Back to Curry. To the inside. Thrown down by Butler.
And there's Jimmy Butler later on in his career, but still showing you the athleticism.
I've always admired the impact that Steph Curry, Tim, has made on this game, and not only at this level, but at every level. With that in mind, do shooters train differently in part because of him?
Yeah, I believe they do, Kevin, but you've got to beware. This is a guy that's often imitated, rarely replicated. He is so special, but I think guys need to add escape dribbles, the sidestep dribble, and certainly deep shooting off the dribble. That's where Steph Curry has impacted the modern shooter.
That's good advice. Chance, let's quickly go to our rookie leaderboard and find out who the top assist men are among the first-year players. You look at Lee, currently 5th in the league in assists. Such court vision.
A number of gifted passers entering the NBA this season, and he's right up there among the very best. I like what I've seen from him as a distributor.
Lee outside. It's stolen by Curry. And Carter has it in the corner. Pass to Moody. Here's Porzingis. Launches it. Carries it from 3-point range. Porzingis has got 5 now.
Yeah, great outside shooting. Really fueling this run.
Here's Fox. He's got 6. Now Wembanyama. Trying to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Got a piece of it, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Fox. Let's take a look at the numbers for him.
And guys, for a measure of how he's performing offensively, look no further than the true shooting percentage. There's been a steady drop in his last 5 games, and he's got to be scrambling now to get that feel back.
Good on the triple. Carter's got the lead up to 1 now for the Warriors.
Now, that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, and that's the effectiveness of the two-man game right there.
Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with all the players on the sideline.
Stephen Curry is nearing the finish line. He said every year there's some new style, new energy coming through that challenges you. And seeing these young dudes come up and understanding how much talent there is, this is not going to be around forever. So enjoy every moment of it. Back to you.
Thanks a lot, Allie.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been tripled.
And a wide open look for Lee. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
Oh, I love the confidence. Keep shooting it. Eventually, he's got to start making some, right?
Curry against Fox. Carter with the 3. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Now, here's Fox. He's got 6. That's the lead. And that one, good.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
Warriors leading by 3. Now, Moody. Carter with the 3. Rebound, San Antonio. Lee's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. It's stolen by Curry, and they're moving it up. Count that as his 7th field goal, 9 tries. He's shooting 78%. And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Warriors.
Just a great job so far applying pressure defensively. The opposition is on their heels with the ball in their hand. Nightmares clamps thus far.
And then there's the points off turnovers. They've really made the other team pay when they've lacked ball security.
Moody's shot is off. Spurs trail by 5. Inside. Lee finds Kessel. Back from outside. The Warriors pull it in.
Well, this has been far from his best game, and if they're going to come back here, he's got to find a way to get going.
Carter, that's good.
Well, the defense is going to try to shut down certain things, but it's impossible to deny everything. That's a skilled play right there.
And so it's the Golden State Warriors in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. Trailing to start the quarter, they battled hard and pulled off a tremendous comeback. Now enjoying the lead. Now let's check in with Allie LaForce on the sideline. What do you have for us, Allie?
I'm here with Coach Kerr. And Steve, what's your assessment of that first half of play and any changes in mind?
Well, we'll see. We have to adjust during the game if we see something that's hurting us. But I thought the defense was pretty solid overall, and we'll see how it goes from here.
Okay, more of the same. Thanks, Coach.
All right, Allie, thank you. And, folks, we'll be back with you right after this halftime break.
Hello and welcome, basketball fans. The first half coming to an end with a deficit for the San Antonio Spurs. Fellas, what's the energy like in the locker room when you're in a game like this?
Kenny didn't even have locker rooms when he played. He was shooting with peach baskets and riding his horse to the game.
Shaq, I'm not much older than you. I'm only 7 years older than you.
Lies, Kenny. You're making this stuff up. Lies.
You know, I couldn't make this stuff up even if I wanted to. Turning back now to that game we've been watching. A positive first half for the Golden State Warriors.
You know who's having a great time watching these guys launch it from downtown? Me. You know who's not? Wilt Chamberlain over there.
Yeah, I don't even want to look in his direction. That is more than enough of us. Let's send you back to the game. Kevin Harlan and crew with the second half.
you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. What a game we're seeing from Money.
Well, through the first two, he has been nothing short of a marksman from deep.
And this offense continues to find him in his sweet spots from deep.
So, Tim, when you look at the current landscape of the NBA, the talent level seems to be at an all-time high.
Well, Kevin, there are more high-level shot makers in this league than ever before as guys continue to add shooting range and creativity with their handle.
And they got to be always evolving, right? I mean, you cannot rest on what you've done.
Well, the league now emphasizes high-level shot making more than they ever have. And in the era of the three-point shot in particular, it's crucial that you add that to your game.
Absolutely. Fox and Castle are their guards. Lee out there with Lee. And it's Wembanyama into the center position. And that's the 5 to begin the second half for Mitch Johnson. Now here is Carter. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
It's certainly been a good night for him, and it is showing on the scoreboard.
The Warriors shooting the 6th attempt at the free throw line tonight.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
One shot.
One shot.
Spurs trail by 14. Lee outside. It's stolen by Green. Outside Butler. Out to Carter. Good, and Butler gets the assist. Butler's got 3 assists in the game.
No, it's scary because he's just been a matchup nightmare in this game. He's eaten up anybody they've thrown at him.
And slam dunk by Butler.
Timeout.
They
Timeout.
have a good plan going right now, and they're starting to create separation.
I like their offensive approach. They've been aggressive, but under control.
And so Mitch Johnson decides to call timeout. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy.
Averaging 25 points per, 6 assists, and 3 rebounds. And guys, he can just explode for points anytime he steps on the court.
You want to be a successful team in this league, you need to find someone that you can feed the ball to and count on to score.
Pass to Castle. In the corner, it's Wembanyama. Connects from three-point range. Wembanyama's got 15 points.
Well, he's not the reason they're down right now. He has played smart, efficient basketball.
Curry passes to Porzingis. Curry is inside. Castle covering. Yes, that goes in.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Lee outside. It's stolen by Carter. And Carter with the jam.
And everything is dropping for them. Terrific second half run.
Well, whatever they talked about at halftime, it's working now.
Wembanyama, a screen on Butler.
Maybe the most hyped teenager since LeBron James. Wembanyama is the poster child for upside.
For San Antonio, they've gone 2 for 3 at the foul line in this game.
Shooting 2. 2 shots. Relax on the first.
First free throw is good.
A generational talent. For Wembanyama, the sky is the limit and the reality.
And both free throws good for Wembanyama. So, Tim, let me put you in a different hat here. If you're running an NBA franchise, would you rather build around a guard, wing, or a big man in today's NBA?
I think I'd go with the wing with size, a guy that can create his own offense, and for which there is no great defensive matchup. Those guys, to me, are the ones that can help lead you to the promised land.
That sounds like a good blueprint.
And Fox is a solid passer, knows how to get the ball to his guys when they're ready to let it go.
Green with a screen for Curry. Pass to Carter. From the arc. Wembanyama with the rebound. Wembanyama has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Here's Lee. And another basket for San Antonio.
Third quarter off to a great start offensively. That's 3 of their first 4 they've made.
Butler passes to Curry. Good, and Butler gets the assist. Butler's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight.
Bottom line, you need shooters on your team who can space the floor.
Yeah, that's how you create that spacing, and that will open up a lot of options offensively.
Now, here's Fox. He's got 6, just 4 to shoot. Lee finds Fox. Fox against Butler. That's to Porzingis. And the 3 off target.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing. Everything going to plan here to start the third. 80% shooting thus far.
Now here's Curry. 23 points in the game. It's out of bounds. The Warriors able to retain possession here. And while we've got a moment, let's check out the best defenses in the NBA. Number 1, the Spurs.
Great defenders both individually and collectively. I mean, you can tell they really love accepting that challenge. They can stifle you at that end of the floor.
And the Warriors with possession here. They led the game at 1 point by 20.
When you're not at your best, it is great to have teammates who will pick up the slack.
Wembanyama, a screen on Butler. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's on Porzingis.
You got a feel for the defender. Wemby is a nightmare matchup.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
Guys, the D hasn't had an answer for the three-point shooting, which is why they continue to just fire away from deep.
And I've also been very impressed with their ball movement. It has led to better shots. The offense overall has had a great rhythm.
The first one falls.
There wasn't a whole lot of waiting around to find out if Wembanyama was the real deal or not. He established himself very early on as an elite talent in this league, and his potential is unreal.
And he can't hit the second. Back to Lee from downtown. Carter pulls it in. Warriors leading by 13. Now Curry, one of the most consistent producers in the league. He's averaging around 25.5 points a game. San Antonio's gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. Wembanyama down low. Curry meets him. Here's Lee outside. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Porzingis has got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Green. And Lee pulls it down. Lee's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. And the ball out of play. The Warriors will inbound.
And with a break in the action, let's look at the stats for Wembanyama. And, of course, rim protection always at a premium. That's an important part of his game. Top 20 in blocks per.
And you mentioned how powerful he is on the boards, going full throttle at both ends every play. Really helping his team compete for wins. Now here's Curry. He's got 23. And so Steve Kerr decides to call a timeout. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. Wembanyama against Porzingis. Outside Curry. Just 5 on the clock. And it's Green missing.
Well, in the rebounding game at least, it's been a strong physical performance for him.
And from technical fouls to flagrant fouls, it always seems like Draymond Green is walking that line and in the crosshairs.
Walking that line or stomping on that line. I don't know what, but it's where he seems to want to live. You love that competitive fire. You just have to make sure it doesn't cross the line where he hurts his team.
But don't you think he knows exactly what he's doing at all times?
He understands most officials don't want to give him that second technical.
And the Warriors with some changes. Now Horford's checked in for Porzingis. And it's Moses Moody in for Jimmy Butler. Lee kicks to Lee. Spurs passing it around. Fox from outside. Drills it from outside. Fox has got it back down to single digits for the Spurs.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
Curry passes it across. And again, no good by Golden State. Here's San Antonio. They're on an 18-7 run. Back to Castle.
And what makes Castle so difficult to guard is that he keeps defenders off balance with his constant change of pace.
It's his first trip to the line.
And on the season, he's just a shade under 80 from the line. I'll bet he'd like to get that up over that mark. Two.
He misses the free throw.
And what I like about Castle's game is the versatility, right? He's a legitimate two-way threat who's willing to take on whatever role helps the team.
And he sinks the second.
And they came out of the locker room after halftime with a much more physical approach than what we saw in that first half.
Carter with the three. Wembanyama with the rebound. Wembanyama has got 9 rebounds now tonight. Pass to Lee. Wembanyama down low. defended by Moody. Good work there as it goes.
And a monster game for Wemby with the matchup issues he creates. I'm not sure anyone in this league can stop him when he's on.
Now here is Carter. 43 points in the game. A nice shot by Moody. Moody's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Well, the defense needs to be better there. They gave way too much space.
Wembanyama, a screen on Carter. A putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Got to fight over it as a defender.
Well, you just have to communicate those switches. If you don't, it's on you.
Curry with the bucket.
Well, if there's one guy in this league, you better run off the three-point line. It's Curry.
Fox passes to Wembanyama. Wembanyama with that soft touch around the rim.
Well, he is doing everything he can offensively in this quarter, but unfortunately, it's a team game, and he can't win this alone.
Carter gets to Horford. Curry, wide open. The shot's good on the assist by Horford. Horford's got 3 assists in the game. And it's Fox with the ball for the Spurs. Lee outside. Outside, Fox. Clock at 4. Out of hand at it. Now, here's Moody. Carter up top. Lee with the steal. That's good, and the Warrior lead is cut down to 8 on the bucket from Fox. Fox has got 11.
And he gives up pounds to a lot of guys defending him, but that has never kept Fox from being in attack mode.
Curry kicks to Carter. And the Warriors, another 3.
And that is killer instinct, just continuing to pile it on.
Green passes to Curry. Back to Green. Now here is Carter. No good with the triple. 1:42 left in the third. There's Lee with the 3. The Warriors pull it in.
And at this point, the defense is daring him to shoot.
Curry kicks to Green. Some nice passing by Golden State. Pass to Horford. To the paint. Shot clock at 6. Now Lee, guarded by Curry. Lets it go from the wing. No good from Lee. Warriors leading by 11. Up top, Curry, covered by Lee. Horford with the bounce pass. Here's Curry with the 3. Yes, to Castle. Castle sets the screen for Lee. The kick out to Fox. Lee passes to Wembanyama. And Wembanyama too much inside.
And this is what you want to see. Wembanyama attacking with authority inside.
Outside, Horford. Pass to Moody. And here's Carter down low. Horford in the post. Wembanyama on him. Carter for 3, and Lee pulls it down. To the inside, Wembanyama. And set back by Horford. And so it's the Golden State Warriors in control with the 9-point lead to end the quarter. They've done a lot of great work from long range. We'll get you back to the action after this break. Now let's listen in to head coach Steve Kerr.
Keep everything sharp. Keep the cuts hard. Cutting through contact. Passes sharp.
And the ball's going to fall for us. We can't give up the easy ones down here, right?
You can tell that he wants his team to be precise with their decision-making.
Kevin, he's aware of just how special they are when they play smart and play together.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. So with Curry sitting on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. They've got Horford. Jimmy Butler is out there with Moses Moody. And there's Seth Curry. And there's Pajemski in at the two-guard spot. Now here's Butler. Lee with the block. Harper in the corner. Lee outside. Wembanyama against Horford. Shoots a fader. And the shot falls short this time. Warriors leading by 7. And we've played through about a minute here in the fourth. Back to Butler. Horford with a screen on Lee. Pass to Horford. This one for 3. The rebound by Victor Wembanyama. Wembanyama's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Johnson, the pass to Wembanyama. Shoots over Curry. And Wembanyama gets it to go. Wembanyama has got 14 points now in the second half. To the paint. It's stolen by Wembanyama. Here's Vassell. Count it.
And that was the right call. When you need a basket, go to the guys you trust the most.
Yeah, when you're coming down the stretch, you don't want any wasted possession.
Now, here's Butler. Lee with the block. Vassell against Kerr. Lee outside. He's looking for Wembanyama and finds him. Over Horford. And no good that time. Warriors leading by 3. Curry kicks to Horford. Now, here's Moody. Covered by Lee. And it's Butler with the jam.
And everything Butler does, he does with a bang, including those 2 points.
Right side, Harper. Bucket is good. Harper's got his first 2 points.
Vital basket there. This is just the time, and really just the situation when he looks to take over.
Horford sets a screen for Butler. And finished off by Horford.
I like that decision by Butler to give it up. The pick didn't really free him, but it opened up options.
Lee in the posts. Defended by Moody. Johnson, the pass to Lee. Wide open. Al Horford with the rebound. Warriors leading by 5. Pass to Curry. Now Pajemski. And the foul called from Victor Wembanyama. This is his first foul of the game. And the Spurs with some changes. Lee's checked in for Vassell. Stephon Castle comes in for Keldon Johnson. And De'Aaron Fox subbed in for Harper. Pajemski on the wing. Horford with the screen on Castle. There's the drive. 5 on the clock. Horford's shot is good.
Textbook use there of the pick by Horford. Strong footwork gets him to the shot.
Spurs trail by 7. Lee outside. In the corner, Castle with it. The shot will not fall. Good work defensively by Horford. Here's Butler. Offensive rebound. Over Lee. And it's Butler missing.
It's been a quiet game for him to this point on the offensive end, but the team has still played well enough to hold the lead.
Fox passes to Wembanyama. It's good. 28 points for Victor Wembanyama.
How about the show Wemby's putting on here? When he gets it done, Victor is pretty much unstoppable.
And Horford wide open. He shoots. Good, and Butler gets the assist. Butler's got 6 assists now in the game.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Castle with it. He's defended by Gsw Sa. No problem knocking that one down.
That's his first from distance this half, which gives him 3 for the night.
Outside, Horford. Back to Butler. Horford with a screen on Lee. Pass to Horford. Shoots the 3. San Antonio with the rebound. Lee's got rebound number 19 now. Incredible board work. Castle finds Lee. Good on the shot. Now it's just a 3-point Warrior lead.
And that's about the worst defense I can imagine a team playing coming down the stretch.
Well, I'm surprised because he's a guy you have to key on for something like that. You can't let him get one that easy.
Gsw with it. Castle covering. Back to Butler. Looking to get it going. Wembanyama with the rebound. Wembanyama has got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort. Lee dishes to Fox. Back to Lee. Lays it up off the glass. Lee's got 5 points in the quarter.
And guys, all about hard work from this point on. They've worked hard to create that high-quality shot and then able to knock it down.
Now here's Curry. Pass to Gsw. Horford with the screen on Castle. Here's Gsw. And again, it's the Warriors missing.
And boy, have they been hitting the backboard in this game. What kind of surprising it's such a tight game.
Offensive rebound. Here's Lee. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Lee's got 13 points in the second half.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
Now here's Curry. Going inside. And he can't stop this drought. Another miss. Here's Fox. Lee finds Fox. Fires the 3. No good from Lee.
Well, his three-pointer just hasn't been there in the second half.
Curry deciding where to go with it. Butler on the way. Covered by Lee. Butler against Lee. Lee with the ball. It's out of bounds. They are saying it was last touched by Lee. You gotta love strong defense, especially when it comes in the form of harsh rejection. Wow.
And in a close game, blocks like that are so clutch, and that could be a real difference maker here tonight.
Different look here for the Warriors. Porzingis is checked in for Horford. Green comes in for Moody. Carter, he's checked in for Brandon Gsw. And Curry subbed in for Curry. And they force a shot clock violation. Great team.
And those are the kinds of mistakes that are magnified when we're talking about a game down the stretch.
And so it's San Antonio with it. They've led by as many as 11 points. Castle with the bounce pass. Lee outside. Back to Castle. Wembanyama sets a screen for Castle. Tries yet again. And Wembanyama with the layup. Wembanyama's got 18 points now here in the second half. And we've got a timeout called by Steve Kerr. It's a chance for them to regroup and refocus.
was able to listen in on what Steve Kerr had to say to the team. He lit into them over their transition defense. He said, quote, "Enough is enough. Get back on D. We have to slow them down." The discrepancy in fast break points is eating at him. We'll see how they respond.
Allie, thank you so much. Lee against Butler. Carter. Offensive struggles continue, missing again.
And they've controlled the glass throughout this game, but it's still close.
Fox against Green. Outside, Fox. 4 on the shot clock. Green with a block.
Oh, wow, he gets that right at the rim. Just perfect timing by Green on that block.
Now Curry. Green with a screen for Curry. The 3-ball for Curry.
This is exactly why they go to him in these spots. These guys believe in his ability to come through in the clutch.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Carter against Lee. Cleared away by Carter. And so it's Carter who brings the ball up for the Warriors. Puts it up from deep. That one is up.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance.
Well, that's not a horrible shot for him to take, but you could still probably find a higher percentage shot.
Here's Curry. There's a minute 34 left in the fourth quarter. And there's a call on Curry. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
And it's the Spurs ball. They're on a 15-6 run. And here's Lee. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
Beyond the screen, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
Also, the ball handler needs to wait until the screener's feet are set.
The Warriors trailing. There's 1:17 left in the game. Carter fired. No update time on shot that won't put him on top. Oh, it hurts.
Golden State. Jimmy Butler. First personal foul. First team foul. Lee. Shooting 3. 3 shots.
So the first of 3 is good, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And the second free throw drops, and it's a 4-point ball game. So he's good on all 3 free throws, and that puts them up by 5.
Making it a 2-possession game is critical right here. Nice work coming through and doing exactly that.
Carter.
Stolen foul. Lee. First personal foul. Second team foul. Shooting the Golden State. Carter. 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
First free throw is good, and that shrinks the margin to just 4. As he hits both of his shots.
In this situation, this is exactly who you want at the line.
Guys, they're not going to be in any rush on this possession.
Not with the lead. Now's the time to burn some clock.
And he sees that fadeaway jam.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
And that confidence has carried over to tonight. He is playing great basketball.
Now here's Curry. Green outside.
Showing you he's been here before, rising to the moment.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
And you know what? Smart foul. You got to try to stay in.
Second team foul. Pass off. Shooting 2.
He hits the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion.
Pressure moment for Tassel.
And the second free throw, no good. Timeout called the Warriors. They're behind by 4. What do you think Coach's focus is going to be here?
Score, then hope for some missed free throws or a turnover at the other end.
Well, at this point, everything has to go your way to extend this game.
Outside Porzingis from outside, and it doesn't go. They're going to prolong the game here with an intentional foul.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
Third team foul. De'Aaron Fox. Shooting 2.
2 shots. Relax on the first.
He drops the first one, and that puts them up by 5. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 6-point ball game.
Those free throws are the nail in the coffin, guys.
Hammer from 3.
All game long, the threes have been pouring in for him. There is no stopping his shot.
And this is already a game he'll never forget. He's trying to make it a game that the world never forgets. And timeout called by Mitch Johnson. The magnitude at this juncture in the game clearly warranting a timeout. And now an intentional foul. They need the ball back as soon as possible. Good on the first, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. Second one is good. Getting both at the line, and it's a 5-point game. And so it's the Spurs with the win. Huge moment in this round of the NBA Cup. The record is now 1-1 down.
And Kevin, I thought their energy and effort was outstanding. Backs against the wall. And they
well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Tim Legler, Greg Anthony, and Alan LaForce, I'm Kevin Harmon. This is the NBA on 2K Sports. But first, let's reveal our player of the game, Victor Wembanyama.